Alright people, welcome to Vandel Anime Reviews, and today we're going to review the first episode of Bungou Stray Dogs. I didn't think I was going to do this one, so yeah, we'll see how this goes. As a disclaimer, as I usually put at these videos, don't forget that there will be spoilers in this video, so you have been warned. Keep watching the video though. Yeah, I just wanted to say I warned you. So now, Bungou Stray Dogs was something that I put on my honorable mentions list, but it looked really cool, so I decided to check it out. Basically what it is, it's about Atsushi, an orphan who is basically on the riverbank, hungry, about to starve on his last legs when he meets Dazai, who is trying to kill himself in the river. And after meeting each other, they find that he is hungry, so they take him out to eat for some food, and basically finds out that they're part of an organization that deals with cases that the police can't deal with. And that's basically what the show is about. Moving on to the episode, it basically starts off like that, with Atsushi finding Dazai in the river after he's on his last limbs to rob somebody for food because he was kicked out of an orphanage. After he finds Dazai, Dazai offers to take him or use his friend's money to take Atsushi out to get some food because he wants some tea with rice on top. And then they get to talking. After they get to talking, they find out, well, Atsushi finds out what they were doing, and they were on a mission, and the mission was to find the tiger who has been eating people and doing all this like havoc, running around for like the past 2 weeks. And they find out that Atsushi is the target of the tiger, and afterwards they basically force him to work with them because they just paid for his meal. Afterwards they go to some warehouse and they just sit in that warehouse for a while, but Dazai outs Atsushi and says that basically that he's the tiger, and Atsushi is surprised. However, the full moonlight hits him and he turns into a were-tiger. Then they get into a fight and brawl, and you find out that Dazai's power is to nullify his people power, and he knocks him out. And then all the other crew comes through and they're like, hey, what's up, Dazai? And then you see all their powers and names. And then after that, he wakes up and then he's like, oh, you're gonna join us. Now, the hype moment for this episode basically was the fight when he turned into the tiger and they started getting at it for a little bit. It didn't last that long, but I found it to be actually really interesting. Other than that, it was pretty just run-of-the-mill episode. Now, what worked for this show and what didn't work for this show felt like a cross between Gangsta and kekkai sensen, to be honest. It had a lot of comedic moments that were kind of interesting, I guess, that kept it like afloat and happy and making the characters up and happy. I thought that was okay. The style was different, so that was kind of interesting for one part, and the organization that they all belong to is also kind of interesting and working for the show's favor. I think that the pace of the episode was a little bit slow. It didn't really get anywhere other than showing that the main character was the tiger and he was just surprised that he was because he didn't know, and maybe the reveal of the other characters who might have a little bit more to add to the story going forward. So it was a nice little addition towards the end of the episode. I think what will help the show in the long run is definitely involving the characters and seeing what else it'll do to move forward, because the animation looked nice, the character designs looked nice, the story was so-so, but there was also an opening and ending which came at the end, which I want to talk about a little bit. Now, I think the show had a really nice opening and ending. It was interesting at the end of the episode that they played them kind of back to back to each other, and they played like the opening first, and then they played what's happening next week, and then they played what the ending at the end. At least I think that's how it went. And the opening was really good. It showed, like, I think who is the antagonist, who was dressed in all black. I gotta say he's black though, because he's black. I'm just saying, he was wearing black, so that was kind of interesting towards the end. And then the ending also showed that again, and maybe some connections with the characters that may be built on some emotional type thing. It looks like, what's his name, Atsushi has something for Dazai. I'm not into that. I don't ascribe to shipping characters, but that's what it looked like, so I'm just gonna call it like I see it. Now, what am I excited for next week? I don't actually know if I'm going to watch the show again next week. I might try it, and you might get a review. If I do, you're lucky. If I don't, well, I'm sorry. And if there's any comments, you can put them down below why you'd want me to actually keep watching the show. Plead your case. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. So if you made it to the end of this video, do not hesitate to hit the like button because you actually like this show and you want me to keep watching it. And if this is your first time seeing my face, it certainly won't be the last, but you should also hit that subscribe button so you don't make it the last time, and that would be great. But question of the day, what did you guys think of episode 1 of Bungou Stray Dogs? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it sad? That all rhymed, I'm glad. But yeah, let's get a discussion going down in the comments down below, guys. I'm Vandal, and I'll talk to you guys next time when I make another review, if I ever do. Peace. Bye.